sure she doesn't go away with my award. She's in the Senate, you know, you got to be very careful. As always, she's a senator, so she's been engaged in a lot of exaggeration and hyperbole, this time about me, so it's merited. But Catherine, thank you so much. You know, it's amazing. Where are you, Catherine? She's the first Latina elected to the Senate, and I'm the first Latina elected to the House. And do you know that tonight, in this stage, at the U.S. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, is the first time that we have been together for any event other than softball at 7 in the morning? You guys brought us together. But thank you so much, Catherine. It was a beautiful introduction, and I'm so pleased to be here tonight con mis amigos y mi familia at the U.S. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. It's so very great. Each and every one of you have been special to me in so many ways, big and small. And this wonderful evening has brought us together. And to be receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award, it makes me feel really old, like Jessica Fletcher in Murder, She Wrote. That's in my generation. But I'm thrilled to be here tonight and see a lot of familiar faces. And I know that you've probably been introduced, but Alex Acosta from my hometown of Miami, our great Secretary of Labor, is here with us. And I'm overjoyed to be here in this important occasion, and especially I see so many young folks. So I'm proud of this chamber. I'm proud of your agenda item, your legislative accomplishments. I'm proud of the presence that you have on Capitol Hill. And we know that the Hispanic community is such a hard-working community. We know that we have achieved so much, and we've got a lot more to go. Now, the chamber members are the movers and shakers in society. That means you and you and you and you. And you rightly deserve the credit. You rightly deserve the acknowledgement for all that you have done. And I applaud your efforts. I personally thank you for everything that you have done. Our country has thrived. We have succeeded. We have flourished through the hard work and the entrepreneurial spirit of small businesses. And Hispanics, do we make up a big chunk of those small businesses? Claro que sí. So many, in fact, that there are now over 4.5 million, probably since the time we wrote this, maybe there's 1 million more Hispanic-owned firms in the United States, supporting millions of employees nationwide and contributing billions in revenue to our economy. We make this country go. And the Hispanic entrepreneurial spirit is alive and well and will continue to grow ever stronger. And it's faster than the national average. And although I haven't left Congress yet, don't kick me to the curb yet, but I'm thrilled that we get to celebrate my almost 40 years in elective office, 29 in Congress, 7 years in the state legislature in Tallahassee. And over that time, I have been supported by so many incredible people. First and foremost, I thank my hubby, Dexter, who's at home, but he does support me, evidence notwithstanding. He's taking care of our rescue pup and our nietos. But my staff, there they are. Where are you? Past and present. They are so loyal, and I'm trying to kick them out the door, and I'm saying to them, guys, I'm gonna be out of a job here in January, looking for a job along with you. You get a job first. Maybe you'll hire me. We'll turn it around. But I'm thankful to each and every member of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. I have been with you since I got here. You've been with me. It's been an enterprise of love. And I would not be standing here today without the membership support and the institutional support of the U.S. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Gracias, gracias, gracias a todos ustedes. The work that you do each and every day makes an impact. It really changes lives. And it's because of your efforts that opportunities for our children, and more importantly for our grandchildren, for us oldies, may not have been available. Now that you're here, you make those opportunities available. And it's not always been the case. When I got here back in the Stone Age, things were different for Hispanics. You know, I came to the United States when I was only 8 years old, not speaking ni papa frita de inglés. I mean, I literally, maybe I said yes and no, but that's about it. My parents also limited English proficiency. Doesn't that sound a lot better than, we didn't know a damn thing in English? But they came with a lot of heart and a lot of love and a desire to succeed. And they said, we love Cuba, but we had to leave because of the communist dictatorship. And we found a new home here, a home, this country is incredible, that opened its arms to us and said, you want freedom, you want democracy, you come and you strengthen our country. And that's what my parents did. And my mom worked at a Miami Beach hotel. She was a homemaker in Cuba. We had a wonderful upper middle class kind of life. We lived in Miami in a home in Little Havana, sharing it with many refugee families. They came and they went, a rented home. And my mom took 2 buses to get to Miami Beach to work at the Seville Hotel. It's now a fancy condominium. And she would serve desserts for the snowbirds. That's when we actually had seasons in Miami. The snowbirds would come. And we loved her getting that job because we would eat from the leftovers. They would throw all this good stuff away, and she would come home in the buses bringing us food. And my dad, even though he was a University of Havana college graduate, he worked in a laundry. And he went using the laundry truck to homes, picking up people's dirty laundry, delivering their clean laundry. And were they sad? And did they say, this is beneath me? No. My parents taught me that there's dignity in every work, in every job. And can I say, that wonderful hand, let's give a thanks and a round of applause to the people who are serving us tonight, and the wonderful bartenders, and those people, they make our country what it is. So in spite of our hard times, and my brother and I did not think that it was hard times. Everybody we knew was as poor as we were. But in spite of that, my dad said, we're going to keep fighting for a free Cuba, but we're going to make a success here in the United States. With his limited, fractured English, he could read and write it much better than he could speak it. He decided to go back to school. So he graduated from Miami-Dade. It was then junior college. Then he went to the University of Miami and got a bachelor's. Go Canes! And my brother and I would go with him to classes, and we thought, oh my gosh, this is the coolest place. I can't believe that we get to be in this beautiful university. And all the while, my parents kept our family together and kept fighting for a free Cuba. But we understood that the entrepreneurial spirit afforded to us, to everyone who's willing to play by the rules and to work hard, is available to everyone. But we need a level playing field. We need to help immigrants get their immigration status in line. We want to help the next generation of America's leaders who are the dreamers of today. So we've got to legalize the dreamers. We've got to find a permanent legislative fix. We've got to pass comprehensive immigration reform. We've got to pass sound immigration laws that can get people working. And when you work, you hold your family together. And when you hold your family together, God takes care of us all. And that's why I'm so proud of this organization, the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, because you take care of others and you make sure that the next generation will be taken care of. We've got to help each other. We've got to help the next generation. And so I was never a politician. I was never involved, sadly for me, in student government. But we talked about freedom and democracy around our dinner table. So kind of political, but not really, not elective office. And I always wanted to be a teacher. I became a Florida certified teacher, graduated from Miami-Dade College, like my dad and my brother, got a bachelor's and a master's degree at Florida International University, yay, FIU. And then I started my own private school in Hialeah, a working class neighborhood, and I started helping the parents. And you know, they said to me, rather than helping Maria y Jose y Pedro, you can set public policy and help a lot of people at the same time. I didn't quite know what that meant, but I said, that sounds good. So my dad and we enrolled, along with my mom, at a campaign school. And I was the perfect candidate because since I didn't know how to not be a good candidate, I followed everything. I was always a good student. And my dad went to campaign school, how to be a manager, and my mom was the volunteer coordinator. This was grassroots. And people thought I wasn't gonna win, and in 1982, I became the first Hispanic woman in the Florida House of Representatives. In 1986, I became the first Hispanic woman in the Florida Senate. And in 1989, I became the first Latina in the U.S. House of Representatives. Yikes. I like that enthusiasm. Is this a great country? And honestly, and I'm not exaggerating, every day that I'm in that chamber, yesterday we heard from the president of France, and I'm thinking, it's surreal that I still consider myself a Cuban refugee, that I'm sitting there and I'm listening to the leader of another great country, an ally of the United States, and I get to vote, and I get to express my opinion, and I get to make speeches in front of fancy crowds like the one here, influential people. It is a dream come true. But it's a responsibility that I don't take lightly, and it's an honor that I don't think, big deal. It doesn't matter. It matters to the little Ileanitas who may be in the audience there, because everybody's younger than I am by now. And we need to be role models. You're a role model, and you're a role model, and it's like Oprah, you get a car, and you get a car. You're a role model. We all have to be our own ambassadors, so we can do that. And remember that what you're doing, you represent something greater than yourself. You're representing nuestra comunidad, nuestra herencia, nuestro idioma, nuestra cultura. And be proud of where you're from. Be proud and wear it well. And tell others how proud you are of your heritage. And I'm so thrilled to be here. I'm so thrilled to get this incredible award. I've got this beautiful speech, but I'm so old, I can't even read it. So I'm just ad-libbing. And I want to say to Catherine, what a thrill it is. And I can't believe it's taken us this long and that the chamber got us together. But give her a hand, the first Latina in the U.S. Senate. It's taken us too long, but I know that the future right here in this chamber, right here. And we've got to encourage our own comunidad para que aspiren, para que se pongan en una posición de ofrecerse como candidatas, especialmente las mujeres latinas, porque necesitamos más latinas en la Cámara, y más latinas en el Senado, y más latinas en la legislatura estatal, y más latinas en la Junta Escolar, y más latinas en el Consejo de las Ciudades. Y necesitamos a todos ustedes. Así que gracias por este honor, el honor más grande de mi vida de ser una de muchas voces latinas, una de muchas. Fui la primera, pero no la única. Gracias por este premio, gracias por la Cámara de Comercio Hispana. Muy agradecida. Oh, it's heavy. Thank you, guys. Y si quieren el mejor café cubano, 2206 Rayburn. We'll make it fresh for you, con espumita y todo.